Cities Live with your hosts, Elizabeth Reese and Steve Patterson.
Greeting friends and neighbors, welcome in. It is Twin Cities Live. Elizabeth Reese, who you just heard of, is not here today. Paul McGuire Grimes is here. Why? Because it's Dude Week. Roll it.
Stay fly fishing. Here's Brock. Popping collars. Unnecessary technology.
Yeah, that's right. It's Dude Week, and Paul McGuire Grimes and I are representing all the dudes of all time. You are always here on Fridays.
Yes.
You're reviewing movies for us, which we always turn to you. You also talk about things that are streaming at home. You of Paul's Trip to the Movies. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're happy to have you. This is a live look here.
This is my website right here, everyone.
He owns the domain and everything, Paul's Trip to the Movies. You can go there. This is worth noting, though. You can always go to paulstriptothemovies.com if you're thinking about renting something on demand at home or trying to figure out what should we see in the theater. Paul has all sorts of reviews, many of which he doesn't even get to here on the show.
There's so much to talk about. Today, we got the new trailer for The Irishman. This is the new movie from Martin Scorsese. Yes, he's returning to his mafia roots. It's based on a true story about Frank the Irishman Sheeran, who was brought into Jimmy Hoffa's group, and how he ultimately, upon his deathbed, confessed to killing Jimmy Hoffa.
So I had just heard about this recently, and I thought that they were just starting to make it. This is coming out this fall.
No, they've been making it for years now.
Really?
It comes with a huge budget. It's a Netflix movie, which says something about Martin Scorsese. Him being this lauded director, then turning to Netflix to make this movie. Huge budget, because what they're doing is they're essentially de-aging all of these actors, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and taking them over a 20-year time period.
Oh, okay. Now, I haven't seen this trailer yet, which you're seeing today. There was a new trailer came out today. From what you've seen of some of the aging technology, and just like a week or two ago on social media, everybody was enamored with Face App and how you could age yourself and do a young version of yourself. If it's not pulled off correctly, you will stop believing the movie.
Right, and I think it's actually going to be really good, because I trust what Marty does. First name basis,
You trust what Marty does?
Yes.
Okay.
I trust what he does with special effects.
All right, fine.
So I'm going to trust him, and it's Netflix. It'll also be in theaters. They're going to pump it hard for Oscar consideration.
I bet. Okay, so again, the names are Robert De Niro, Al Pacino,
Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, Jesse Plemons, Anna Paquin, Bobby Cannavale.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, if you like Goodfellas, Casino, this is Marty at his best.
Let me tell you this about Marty. Now that we're all talking about Marty, our friend Martin Scorsese, I was once doing an event that he was receiving an award at the Visual Effects Society Awards, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, we find ourselves in the green room together, and I hear him talking with an assistant or someone that he's afraid of flying. And I used to be afraid of flying. I had this sudden onset fear in my mid to late 20s of flying.
And I just don't understand that. I love flying. I miss flying. Relieving.
Would you say that to Marty? Huh? You would say it to me? Would
no.
you say?
Okay. Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, well, listen.
It's Marty.
So Marty is afraid of flying, and I used to be. So then I went over to him, and we had been chit-chatting a little bit. And then I told him all about this website. I think it was called overcomeyourfearoflying.net or something like that. And I gave him a real long-winded pitch about why it's so great and how it can help. And I think that was the end of my friendship with Marty.
I knew how this story was going to end before you even started the story.
If I would have been in a movie with him, I would have been killed off. At that point, he would have been like, somebody take this kid out.
De Niro would have gotten in there for the whack.
I'm being told that's no longer a way. It was something like that. Overcome Your Fear of Flying. Just Google that, and you'll find good resources. Anyways, that is a fun movie that's coming out.
Yes.
Now, today on our show, speaking of hitmen, celebrity chef Robert Irvine is here. You can look at his pecs, or you can look at his biceps, you can look at his delts. You know him as the host of Restaurant Impossible on the Food Network. This guy is intense. If you've ever seen Restaurant Impossible, he'll go in, someone's got a restaurant that just ain't going great, and then could you imagine Robert Irvine comes in, he's built like an actual tank, and then he tells you what you need to change at your restaurant in order to make it successsul.
I was watching it earlier today, and it frightened me. How these restaurants are still in business frightens me.
That is frightening.
Right?
The fact that they exist and we eat there before he gets there, and then he comes and tries to right the ship. And then he just passed through earlier, and first of all, so lovely, so chatty, and just such a fun guy. And if you think he's only intimidating on television,
No.
He's super intimidating in real life. He was saying a couple
He's,
things.
like,
I started getting nervous. I had to put my hands on my knees at one point, and he is jacked up.
I know.
He's got the kind of biceps that you are not in violence, but you just wanna punch it to see how it feels. You know what I mean?
I do, but I'm not going to because I don't want to be knocked across the set.
I'm not gonna hit him.
Yes, I want a workout routine though.
Unless he
that'd be
crosses
nice.
me. If he does cross me, then I have to defend myself.
But his
Robert
show is
Irvine.
really great.
Yes.
I was like really actually inspired by it. It's
And
a
he's
great
doing something
show.
really cool in Minnesota.
Yeah.
He will let you know why he's here in just a little bit. Paul, you and I have something sort of in common. Let me talk about our common interest in running.
Yeah.
I think it is rooted in different places for both of us. I will set this up by going back to, circa June 24th on my Instagram when I decided I would become a runner. Take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Clear my teeth because I'm eating beef jerky because of protein. So here's the deal. I need your help. Last night, I made a decision that I would run for 30 mornings in a row. What would happen to my body if I ran for 30 friggin' mornings in a row? Couple problem.
Yeah, I can tell you what the problems are. They have to do with my deep-rooted disinterest in the activity that is running. And on top, and I don't believe in runner's high. That is a lie that tennis shoe companies tell you is a thing. And then the whole time that I run, the only thing that I am thinking about, truly consumed by the thought of, what would this be like if I was just walking instead of running? Wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be more leisurely? So it's been about 37 days since I shot that. I was going for 30 in 30.
I have three things for you.
I peaked at 6 days.
I was going to ask, that's pretty good.
I did 6 days of running.
Number one, your goal was too high. You need to really have attainable
I know.
goals. If you're going to
That's
set
my
an
problem.
exercise goal or a food goal or a mindset goal, something attainable that then will motivate you to other goals.
Okay, yeah. I'm a light switch. I go on or off, and I go all in or all out, and so that's really
Maybe
didn't
try
work great.
2 days a week.
That would have been better.
Try that. What about a playlist? Do you listen to music? I have
do.
a staunch playlist that I listen to. I'll post it on Instagram at Paul's Movie Trip in my stories.
What a benevolent host you are.
Thank you.
Wait, what's in your playlist? I bet we listen to very different things.
Oh, we do. So we got some Beyonce.
Okay.
We got some Shawn Mendes. We
Yep.
got some Troye Sivan. Some Haley Steinfeld.
And what do you run to?
All of that.
Okay, those are
There's
booty
some-
jams, Paul.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what if
I
I
gotta
wanted to
dance and
if
I gotta
wanted to get
sing along and
my
I need to be
lady
motivated.
in the mood.
A little
I'm like,
Pink.
what about like some real thumping hip hop? If you go to like workout music, you can search hip hop club bangers. Legitimately, you can search that whole phrase, hip hop club bangers.
Two
You can
things.
search it clean if you want to.
Do
too,
I
it's all
look
good.
like a banger? No. Miley Cyrus bangers? Sure. I'll listen to
The
that
wrecking
one.
ball?
Yeah.
And you do your record mile.
Yes. That's no record.
Well, that was one of my favorite parts, was putting in just like wireless earbuds and being lost in the music. But still, I just didn't love it. I wanted to love it more.
You need to get lost in the music. You need to get lost in your surroundings. I use an app called Map My Run, so I have it on my bicep.
Okay, all right.
And then kind of look at my route and see how long am I running, what's my pace, where in my neighborhood am I going.
Is that you? Is that your run?
That is not my run. Nope, that's someone else's run.
Looks like a pretty.
But I did go running on Saturday. I did 7.5 miles in my neighborhood.
Whoa, that's a long ways.
Yeah, I've been working up to it.
How long did that take you?
That was like 70 minutes. I do like a 10-minute mile.
That's a good steady pace to hold.
For this former fatty, yes it is.
You lost a lot of weight.
82 pounds on Weight Watchers.
82 pounds.
Yes.
And are you still watching your points in the whole thing?
Yeah. I still have to track. I still go to meetings. I work for the company now. Come to my meetings, 7 o'clock, 8:30, and 10, Saturdays, Highland. So, yeah.
heck
It's a
is
really
going on?
motivational growth. Well,
Later in the show, in our 4 o'clock half hour, we are going to be inviting a guy, first-time guest on the show, who is here to give you like 3 things to really think about when you craft a workout. So they're just going to 3 points
crafting
when you
workouts?
craft your workout, because you can't just go from I'm not doing anything to now I'm doing something.
True.
You go to the gym and you feel like an idiot. You're just like on machines. Am I using this right? Oh, I was sitting on that backwards. He will give you 3 like key things that you need to focus that will serve as a good framework for anyone who's starting to work out again. I got to tell you, last night I saw another profile of me in the mirror,
yeah.
topless, and I did not like what I saw. There were
Why is that?
because I saw a distended abdomen,
Yep.
and I saw dimpling on the sides
Okay.
where there used to be no dimples and no distension. I would like a six-pack. I think that would be fun.
We all do.
Wouldn't it be fun?
But what's realistic for you, though? Like, with your lifestyle, what could you do for workouts or food or mindset? Are we having a deep conversation?
I feel like I want to lay on that couch back there because I don't know. I don't know what's right, but I just know as like you're busy, the busier you get, the more necessary it is to be in good shape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
agree.
I don't know. All right, Paul,
Helps me clear my
why'd
head.
this get so emotional already?
I know.
We are looking for some lovebirds to say I do at the Minnesota State Fair. How you could be the winners of our Fairly Fast Wedding that is coming up. And if you Marie Kondoed your closet and you're looking to make a little cash, our Deal Diva is here. She's got 3 ways where you can make some loot online. She's tested them too. But first, he is known for his ability to turn around restaurants all across the great United States of America. These restaurants are facing their demise. He breathes life back into them. Restaurant Impossible celebrity chef Robert Irvine and his biceps join us after the break.
Twin Cities Live at 4 with Elizabeth Reese and Steve Patterson.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Elizabeth Reese is not here today. This is Twin Cities Live at 4. You're in the middle of Dude Week. Paul McGuire-Grimes, who generally is our movie critic, is hanging out with us. We're so happy to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Good. You having fun?
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful. Let's see what is coming up here today on the show. Make sure that you fuel up properly before you hit the gym. We were talking about working out earlier. We're going to get a good framework for making sure you work out the right way. Learn the best things to eat prior to hopping on the treadmill. And thanks to the group called Firefly Sisterhood, women who are battling breast cancer are now able to connect with one another for support. Elizabeth Reese chats with its executive director in this week's Coffee with Cool People. Looking forward to that conversation. Are you a big texter, Paul?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, now imagine this. I think we're all, wherever we are in life, we all text now. Would you be okay doing a job interview, first round, via text?
No.
No.
No. I have such horrid autocorrect failures that I would lose the job on the first line of the text. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we
I have to
saw this.
apologize in so many texts. That's not what I meant. Asterisk fix. It's terrible.
We saw this on USA Today. Job recruiting and interviews that are actually happening more and more through texting. Trends of going all the way through those initial interviews and even salary discussions before meeting face to face. Now let's stop down here with salary discussions. Salary is important to all of us. No matter what you do, working out what your wage that you'll do the work for is important, and it can be an awkward conversation to have.
But then what happens if you go and throw the poop emoji after they then go and put a salary dispute on there?
No, you can't do that.
No poop emoji?
No, you need to send them more like a gif of like
heart, rainbows,
or like
martini.
child please or something like that.
Excuse me.
I think you need to work in gifts a lot in a salary negotiation. And I think that it gives you this opportunity as well. Imagine you're having a conversation with someone who wants to hire you via text message. And then you just throw out a number. And then they send back question mark, and then you say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I accidentally added another 0. You could really go crazy and ask for something big.
Then what happens if they don't text you back? Then you're mad, then you're waiting, and then it's this whole deal. And then what if you see them typing and then it doesn't appear?
No, then you
this
send
is
back.
text anxiety over a job where you already have anxiety.
No,
this is ridiculous.
This is great opportunity for gifts though, because imagine then they don't respond. Then you send them back a gift that is like a waiting, with like the nails on the desk. There's a lot of fun that you could have.
Are there people that you use as gifts? Like I'm going to send a GIF, and it's usually like Bethany Frankel or Nene Leakes. I'm just going for housewives right here. But are there people people make good face? Like Chris Pratt,
I don't have a go-to person for gifts. It's funny that you say this, though. Here's how different Paul and I are. So you go Bethany Frankel and Nene Leakes. They're your go-tos.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, for the first time in a GIF, in a fantasy football trade offer.
Snooze.
I used a Hulk Hogan GIF. Pretty darn good. It was pretty good.
Did your people know who that was?
Yeah, they knew who it was.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy said, I've been in a fantasy football league. It's Dude Week. We can talk about this. For
I'm going to have to ad-lib this
almost
so
20
hard.
years.
Okay.
Almost 20 years.
They have had fantasy football that long?
Yes, they've had it that long. We've been in it together, the same group, for 20 years, back in Pittsburgh.
That's great, Steve.
You're pretty interested in it? What's your favorite Nene Leakes GIF? You do you have a dog?
Yes,
You do.
he's the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. His name is Channing, not named after Channing Tatum. I just want to throw that out
Okay,
there.
then who's it named after?
It's after Betty Davis's character in All About Eve. Her character's name was Margot Channing. Story, we had been watching the movie around that time.
Okay, great.
And if you know the movie, there's this up-and-coming, she's this legendary actress, and then in
Okay.
the movie, there's another actress, Eve, that shows up, kind of stealing her thunder.
All right.
And Betty Davis gives like this sassy face, and she's like, "Oh, Eve," like with the deep Betty Davis voice. So we thought if we get this dog and it's misbehaving, we can be like, "Oh, Eve," and just do like this sassy gay face. And then we go and fall in love with this cute Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Who's no
boy dog.
Channing. Yeah.
And we're like, well, we can't name him Margot
No.
or Eve, so then Channing.
So you went Channing. Okay,
He's
well that
so
worked out.
sweet and cuddly, just lays in your lap.
Interesting that you talked about the dog that you fell in love with. There's a website. Oh, look, is that Channing?
Yes, that's so cute. He just sleeps
You
in my
immediately
lap.
go into your dog owner voice.
I mean, he has his own voice that is different than that. He'd be like, "Oh, Steve, I just want to like lay in your lap right now and just cuddle because you got a soft lap. So can we just watch TV, please?"
To be clear, that's the voice of your dog.
Yeah, he's from the South.
Okay.
Oh, Daddy, can you give me some scripts? I've been a real good boy, so can I like have a treat? Please, 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 can I have a treat?
But fantasy football is off the table. We're not talking about that.
Go Bears? I don't know. Go
All right,
Vikes!
let me tell you about this website that you may have liked back when you were choosing
Yes.
a dog. It's called How I Met My Dog. So it matches people who are looking for dogs with adoptable dogs in your area. Now, this is really cool. They've actually helped with over 1,000 adoptions in 2 years of being online. The trick is this. They do not ask you what breed you are looking for. And a lot of people think that this is the breed I want, and they're
They
very
think,
breed
oh, it's
loyal.
a cute dog. Look at that cute little thing, and then it's a terror.
And then they've never met a golden doodle,
No.
and they're hell-bent on a golden doodle. Well, this is what this website, How I Met My Dog, will do. They don't ask you what breed you're looking for. Instead, they ask questions about your lifestyle, and then they find a dog that matches you because they, from their own research, realize that sometimes a breed that you think you want isn't actually the best fit for how you live your life. They hope that it will reduce the number of dogs who are being euthanized, who might be passed over because of their breed, even though they might be a really great fit for someone.
You have to do your research. Like, we did our research when we got our Cavalier, and it was like Channing, all he wants to do is lay in laps, which was perfect for people like just want to watch TV and watch
Yes,
movies.
you need to find a
He
low-key
doesn't need to
dog
go
for
for
people like
runs
that.
in the neighborhood with me. He can just stay at home.
That's why I bought a big-boned pug back in the day.
Oh,
it was just
cute.
like, this dog just wants to watch TV,
Yeah.
not interested in
What was his
moving.
name?
Her
name, sorry.
was Boo, the glory child, the one true wiener. God rest her soul. She's been dead for years, Paul. Thanks for bringing that up. Coming up, I think we're out of time now.
Oh, shoot.
After the break, what to fuel up on prior to working out. A Minneapolis fitness instructor is here to share. We can all learn a thing or two. And Wednesdays on this program, we have Coffee with Cool People. The impact the Firefly Sisterhood has on women all around the country. Stay with us. You'll want to hear that story.